Rachel with Didi again, and today we're going to be working on an emergency word. This is used kind of like come, but a little differently. Come can be used pretty casually, like if you're around the house and you want to pet him or it's time to put his leash on, you might say, Didi, come here, come on, and stuff like that. And, it's not always a direct command with you where you have a treat waiting and things like that. And so an emergency word is used, practiced frequently, but used infrequently. It's for that time if you were to get out of the yard or out of the front door or something and be running away, and if he's not listening to come, you use an emergency word like something like treat, because a lot of times dogs associate the word treat with their treats. Like if you give him a treat, you might call it snack or cookie or anything like that. And so Didi might already have kind of know what that means and associate the word treat with the piece of food. And so for the emergency word, what you do is you always have a treat when you practice it. That way, if you do have to use it in an emergency, if you were to escape and you don't have time to get a treat, you can still use the word and he'll have no reason to think that you don't have a treat. And so the key to doing it is you have a treat in your closed fist like this. And when you call him, you say treat, and you put your fist down, you show him that right there. And so by the time he gets to you, you can grab his collar or get a hold of him before he realizes you don't have a treat. So Didi's taking a nap here. I'm going to wake him up. Come on, Didi. Come on. And we're going to work on it. Didi, come. Come on, Didi. Come on. All right, so Didi, sit. Good boy. All right, I'm going to put his leash on him for this so that I can help guide him. Since he doesn't know this command and he hasn't been given it before, of course he's not going to know what I mean when I tell him treat and put my hand down. So using the leash, I'm going to pull him towards me to guide him. So I'm going to get back to the end of the leash and say, Didi, treat! Good boy. Good boy, Didi. All right, you can see I pulled him right to me. I had my hand down there, and I gave him the treat as soon as he came. Now I'm going to let him get to the end of the leash again. Say, Didi, treat! Good boy. Good boy, Didi. All right, he's doing really well. He is coming to me, but he's not quite coming right to my fist, and so that tells me that he's not really picking up on the motion of my fist being down here with the treat inside of it. And so I'm going to have him on a little shorter leash so I can guide him right to my hand. So that if he were ever to escape, and you do need to use this emergency word, when he sees your fist go down, he will notice that and come to that thinking that there's a treat in it. So, Didi, treat! Good boy. Good boy, Didi. As you can see, I was able to pull him more towards the side with my fist down like that. All right, Didi, treat. Ooh. Good boy. All right, now I'm going to try to do it without pulling on the leash, see if he's catching on at all. Didi, treat. Good boy. I think part of it might be that he's responding to his name, which is fine. Whatever gets him to come to you, that works great, but we know he knows his name well, so I'm going to work on using just the word treat instead of using his name as well. So, oh, he's getting too close to me. Oh, treat! Good boy. Good boy. All right, he did just as well then, so I think he's just a fast learner and he's catching on quickly. So, practice some more. Treat! Good boy. Good boy. Now he's starting to look for my fist a bit more, which is good. That's what we want, so that he knows if there were the instance to where he were to escape and he hears the word treat, and if he looks back and sees your fist down like this, he's going to know that you have something in there waiting for him, even though you might not have time to actually go get a treat in an emergency situation, but he's not going to know that. That's why it's so important to practice this frequently, so that he always remembers, and to always have a treat when you practice. That way he assumes that you will every time. So he's going over there again. I'm going to say, treat!
Good boy, Didi. Good boy. Good boy.
All right. So now I'm going to try it off leash because he is responding really well. I'm very impressed with that. So, okay. I'm going to let him get distracted. Treat!
Good boy, Didi. Good boy.
All right, he came just as quickly as usual, so that's great. And now I'm giving him the command, not using his name at all, and I'm not even guiding him with the leash. So it lets me know that he really is catching on, and he's headed straight for my fist, so he knows that that's where the food is. So we're going to try to get him a little farther away from me this time. Oh, he's already following me. There we go. Treat! Didi, treat!
Good boy. Good boy, Didi.
All right, that time he walked kind of around and didn't come straight to me, which that's not what we want. But for now, considering this is the first time going over this, that's really great. He's still doing a really good job. So we'll practice this just one more time and then call it a day. Treat!
Good boy. Good boy, Didi. Good job.
All right, what is really good is that he responds as soon as he hears something from me. As soon as he hears the command, he turns and starts coming. He doesn't have to think about it, doesn't think if he wants to or not. So that's really good. I think that he will catch on to this super quickly, and that it will be a good safety command for him to have and for you to know. So practice this at home. This was Rachel and Didi working on an emergency word.